Hello everybody, welcome home and welcome back to more Super Hydlide. When we left off last, we had discovered the Water Palace and we discovered that the king there needs a particular unique item. He's looking for a dragon's fang and I happen to know where one is. So, we did a little bit of grinding off screen. Our load capacity was getting a little bit close to being met. And we're about to pick up some new things along the way. So I just grinded in the usual spot in the Tower of Hable on the 4th floor. Nothing new. And got us some money. And yeah. So we're going to head over to, we're in the City of the Woods again. We're going to head over to the tool shop. Is there something we're going to need that's sold here? Excuse me, sir. Okay, so head to the general store. And we need to get our hands on a lamp. Where we're headed is going to be dark. And look at that good guy discount. $1,200 discount. Not too shabby. So we also bought some of the Flask of Super Oil in the Heavenly City, which is a big deal. Flask of Oil is only going to illuminate one tile around us in a dark cave. A Flask of Super Oil is going to illuminate 2, which may not sound like much, but it's actually a big deal. So we have not enough experience to get up another level, but that's okay. I also considered buying some more armor, but we don't really need it, and I'm going to show you why pretty quickly. So, the only other place we've heard about that has piqued our interest and probably requires some looking into was in the subterranean city. Did we get any herbs? We did. I'm just going to use one now just because it's fun. You will recall that the warehouse at the edge of the city was haunted, as this gentleman kindly points out to us. Well, this is it here. And this guard dude, you remember him saying something along the lines of, stay out of it, or something to that effect. But luckily, if we do some nosing around, can't get in this way. Out of the way, you. But if we just kind of wander through here, we can get into this warehouse. And I think you better get... Yeah, when you're on the other side of him, he says something different. You better get out. Yeah, well, we're not gonna. So there are 5 chests here. To my recollection, only 2 of them have anything in them, and they're actually not terribly useful. So I'm not going to... And I think some of them are actually booby-trapped, too. So we're not going to indulge in those. But however, there's one at the edge of the warehouse which is most important to us. So nothing in the chest, but if you look again and push B, check it again. Treasure has a false bottom. And we get some awesome music. So we throw on some super oil, and now we can see. So this place is quite dangerous. And there are also some things here we can't kill, which I've discovered. Dark Eyes are back from the Tower of Hable. And this song kicks ass. Those guys, those are very gentile beings. We have no interest in hurting them. The Wraiths, however, their lavender/purple cousins, can get in the bin. We'll open with magic. There's a ration of food in there, which is fine. So because you can't see too well, you want to be very careful about that. Did we bring... We have some medicine, but we're okay for right now. So we want to head up here real quick. There's a treasure chest in the top right-hand corner here. Open with magic. It's booby-trapped. Disengage booby-trapped successful. And you find the magical mail. Precisely why we didn't need to buy any armor. So watch that armor class of ours. Boom. Got a nice sky blue armor on here, and because of our increased level and load capacity, we are not overburdened, and we can move around just fine. There's one more item, which is of use in here. Not essential, but it's over here, and I can't remember if I'm going the actual right way or not, but let's find out. The super oil does last quite a while, and I'm stuck in a booby trap. That's bad. I forgot that was there. So we can't move. I cannot recall if I can ever actually get out of here. Can I cast the move spell? I cannot. That's a bad thing. So this is an excellent lesson. If we can't get out of here... Oh, okay, we can't now. Okay, yeah. So you paralyze just for a little bit. It's not good, but not the end of the world. Let's go over here. I know there's a treasure chest over here somewhere. Oops, and I know what's in it. But I don't remember what... There it is. Okay. The Cure-All Medicine. Okay. So, because of the warrior, we're a little shy on... And I used my bundle of herbs, didn't I? And I only had one of them. So we're a little shy on the magic. And... So we're actually gonna... I'm gonna try and head back to the inn real quick. And we'll call this little excursion a lesson. And an introduction to a great soundtrack. I think... Oh, man, now I'm poisoned. And I'm... Okay, I had just enough for the antidote. That's good. Woof. Yeah, you want to be careful of that for sure. If you're ever in doubt, bring some ampule of antitoxins with you. But we're pretty close to the exit now. Okay. Excellent. So we got in there, learned 2 valuable lessons, picked up 2 useful items, and we might even get to the inn before lunch. That would be sweet. Save ourselves a ration. I used to call them rations as a kid. I absolutely know for sure that is not the case. I mispronounced many things as a kid, and most of them I've changed my ways. There is one from fantasy lore that anyone that watched my Final Fantasy II series knows my feelings on. The mythical creature, the Wyvern, is pronounced Wyvern by many people. I pronounce it Wyvern because I think Wyvern sounds silly. I used to call the Chimera a Chimera for many, many, many years. I have given that up. I am fine calling it a Chimera. That actually sounds a little bit better. But I still think Wyvern sounds silly. Okay, so we've slept save. We didn't use any medicine in there, which is good. We still have 2 of those. Yes, okay. So now we're ready to go. The only drawback is we basically used up a super oil flask, but we have a lot of money, and I'm not too worried about that. The extreme advantage to being the priest or the monk in this game is you get access to those other 6 spells that we can't as the warrior, and one of them is called Flash, and it illuminates the entire screen of a dark area, which is a huge advantage. But playing this through again for this playthrough, I came to realize that beating the final boss as the monk is extremely difficult and honestly nigh impossible. I can't say that for sure. This dark eye is in my way and it refuses to move. Get out of my way. This game also hides little secret holes in the wall, and that isn't just a figure of speech. That's an actual hole in the wall. They look kind of like that, but they're a bit wider. Ah, dang it. Let's make sure our moral fiber is still good. Yeah, okay. I've actually kind of forgotten the way to the end here. Actually, I think it's this way. Yes, I think this is good. So right here is a little hole in the wall you need to come through. I will cast a cure, and then we come around this way, and it is boss fight time. I'm going to use a flask of this. So once you're in a boss fight, you cannot access your menu at all. So if you need to cast any spells or use any items, use them before you get in. Okay, let's do this. So, it's our friend the dragon fight. So this fight, if you know what you're doing, not terribly difficult. So as soon as the eyes blink, that means a fireball is coming. You never want to touch him at all. And you also want to avoid the fireballs if you can, which I'm doing a very, very bad job of. But as soon as the head comes out, you want to get right up in its grill and hit him right in the jawbone. And in my experience, it works better if they turn their head and you get right in their mouth. If it's stuck straight out like that, maybe it's just me, but I'm not able to hit them very well, or at all. So you want to get in there as fast as possible. You definitely don't want to hit their head or the fireballs if you can avoid it. The fireballs only come at angles if it's coming out of a turned head. Like that. Sometimes you just can't get to it. If you want an automatic heal, you can try coming here during, like, eating hours. So 13 and 1900 hours. So one head's down. Changes color. Dang it. Dang it. How did that hit me? So, relatively not bad at this point. That might do it. Got him! 5,000 experience points. Alright. So now we're going to cast a little cure, get us out of danger. So this is kind of the zoomed out version of his den. You need to come here, you need to... Oh, dang it. I got poisoned. So that's why you need to open those with magic. Even though it's a boss treasure chest. And okay, we got the Dragon's Fang, and now we actually can't even cast move anymore. That's a bit annoying. That's the full drawbacks of the warrior in plain sight is a lack. Now we should have gone to the Heavenly City and grabbed ourselves a bunch of bundle of herbs from the dude who just hands them out like candy. But we didn't. How are we doing on time? 12 minutes. Not too shabby. I had planned to do one more thing in this video, and I think it's going to work out just fine. I love this song. Probably my favorite song in the whole game. It's a great, like, RPG song, in my opinion. Alright, we out of here. So we didn't get any extra money from that dude, but we're still pretty well off. We can change our speeds in town. So we could just go... Yeah, why not? Back when I was a kid, I didn't really know what the ID card did. So whenever I wanted to go to the water temple, I actually just went to the Heavenly City and just fell from the clouds every time. And I believe it's just down here. Somewheres. No, I do not have the overworld map memorized, as you can plainly see. Schmitty's getting us lost. Maybe it's over here. There we go. Bingo. We're in. Okay. Oh, your holiness, or your mightiness. Dragon's Fang, it is quite a find. You may take anything in the treasure chest. Well, he means treasure vault, but we're picking up what he's putting down. Alright, so we head over here, and now this guard here has moved back a step. And we go down to normal speed here. I believe these are all non-trapped. Ampule antitoxin. Excellent. So we got a second lamp we don't need. If we can carry it, we can sell it. Nothing in there. a stone. This game has a little sense of humor as well. So you're like, what's a stone? And you go to use it. It's heavy. It's a joke. There are a number of those items in this game, so you just throw it away. How is our low capacity anyway? Oh, we got lots of space. By hand, nothing in there. Jeems scroll. That's what we're looking for. Is the Jeems scroll. There's a few more things up there. Or Jeem scroll, not Jeems scroll. And we're gonna eat dinner before this. Or if we have, do we have? Okay. Are we going to starve to death? We don't have time to get those things. We need to head back to the City of the Woods, and hopefully we can find it. Because we're going to be hungry real quick. I thought the ration of food we got in the cave was our second or third. Evidently, I was wrong. Okay, well, we know where we are, so we can hopefully... Oh, you know what? Actually, subterranean's probably closer. Eep. I think I'm wrong in that, but no, we're okay. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. So hungry. Let me in. Whew. Okay. Alrighty. So, let's not do that again. Let's quickly go to the store. You should sell food, right? You do. Okay. And now that we're here, actually, we can... Ooh, look at that. Look at that. 2,400 discount. Beautiful. This weighs, what, 6? Yeah. Okay, we'll come back and get the broadsword. We can't sell anything here, unfortunately. So let's go to the City of the Woods real quick. Do we have enough magic points to cast that again? We do, just barely. Perfect, okay. So we'll wander over here, because we can now, so the Holy Sword weighs 6,000. We can now handle 6,548. So we'll go to the general store real quick, and we'll sell our broadsword. What else can we sell here? We have 2 lamps. Wait, hang on. Does this make extra sure we have 2 lamps? Yes, we do. We're going to sell 1 lamp. Not that. Not that. There we go. Yes. Make sure we still have 1. We do. And we need everything else for the moment. Okay, so we use magic. We move back to the subterranean city. And we have enough space for the Holy Sword. We also have a bunch of experience. We could have gone up a level again. Maybe even 2, actually. So weight or loading capacity won't be much of an issue. Holy Sword for a gigantic discount. Thank you. Use tools and Holy Sword. Kablamo. Excelente. Okay, almost 20 minutes. So I'm going to show you one more thing, and then we'll call it a video. We have no magic, so we can't warp back to the City of the Woods, which is where I want to go. So we're going to hoof it. The Holy Sword has no difference on the overworld. It's just a lot more damage. Same mechanical concepts as the broadsword. Can go through walls and all that stuff. Goes a tile away and everything. So you will recall, hopefully, that in the subterranean city, there talks about a building in a lake. And someone, I believe, also mentioned the Jeems scroll in the subterranean city as well. Well, here's the only lake we've come across. Well, let's... Oh, we got a club. So yeah, let's see what this can do. Whoa! All right. So... this place is dangerous and has really good music too. So it's full of robots. So this is where the quirkiness of this game comes into play, in my opinion. Up until this point, it's been a very relatively traditional fantasy, mythological, ancient times RPG. And then it throws in this robots and futuristic technology into the mix. So it's a little... I'm not against the merging of the genres at all, but it's kind of out of left field in this one. These little dudes we're fighting, they will frequently drop bronze shields, which are worth a lot of money, but suck and weigh a ton. So we can't really carry them unless we want to hobble our way back to the City of the Woods. Anyway, this is going to be our next destination. I just wanted to show you that. So I will absolutely be grinding a whole bunch in between episodes before we go there. But I definitely wanted to show you the subterranean cave and the dragon fight and getting the Gem Scroll and using it. And that's exactly what we accomplished today. So we're going to head back. We've already eaten. We ate, right? Yes. Very easy to forget that in this game. I'm going to quickly fill up on some rations before we go. I really hope you're enjoying this series. Had a couple comments about people have heard horror stories about the Hydlide series, particularly the first Hydlide and Virtual Hydlide, which I believe is Virtual Hydlide is one that came after this. And no, neither of them are good. And I've said from the get-go, this game, I wouldn't say it's I wouldn't say it's even a classic, but it's a game I had in my library as a kid, and I enjoyed it. And I think it's fun. It's a fun action RPG. It's not long. And, I think it has some good music. So, there's that. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed playing. And I look forward to seeing you in episode 6 as the plot definitely progresses from here, as we've already progressed from medieval to medieval robot hybrid. And I look forward to seeing you then. And as always, be kind, be strong, and be awesome. Take care of all yourselves out there.